The most important thing to remember about fried rice is it's easy to make, and it's easy to make. We're gonna show you how. Welcome back. This is another episode of Wildlife Hotel.
It's a brand new day. Let's go on a brand new adventure.
Today's adventure is fried rice.
Is that an adventure?
It is an adventure, yeah.
I mean, maybe the way you do it.
The wonderful thing about fried rice is
you can eat it.
And you can make it pretty much however you want.
Wait, but what about the recipe?
There is no real recipe here.
So for those of you who need recipes, for those of you from, what's that blog, Cooking for Engineers? You might want to leave.
Don't do that. Don't leave. The real important thing to remember about fried rice is you gotta be prepared. Prepare all of your ingredients before you start cooking, because when you turn on that flame, you better be ready.
Or electric.
Your rice is gonna burn.
Or like induction. You know, whatever you cook with, we're not judging. We have a gas range. It's old and it's terrible. He's gone.
Welcome to the stove.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not it. That'd be weird. You're gonna scare him.
I am weird.
Oh. But do you want them to know that?
Yes, I do. They're gonna find out eventually. It's
That's
only a matter
true.
of
You
time.
gotta like be honest up front.
So we're heating up the stove, waiting for it to get nice and hot for our rice.
That's rice.
That's rice, everybody. And I like to use sesame oil when I make fried rice.
Ooh.
You can use canola, you can use peanut maybe, but I would recommend.
Use peanut oil. I've used peanut oil to make fried rice.
Oh.
Peanut oil is delightful.
But I use sesame myself.
You know, the different oil you use is gonna influence the, maybe you got a Thai fried rice.
That's true.
Maybe
We're
we
making
use-
more of a Korean style today. Stove's feeling nice and hot. I'm gonna start preparing my ingredients. Gotta get my oil ready. I'm actually gonna turn the heat down a tiny bit.
Whoa, be strong. Oh,
I'm gonna make a mess.
Yeah, please don't make a mess. That's not what cooking is all about. I just put some rice in our butter dish.
Yeah.
Or buttered rice later.
Another real key to good fried rice, cold, day-old fried rice. It's great. Use any of your leftover rice that you have.
It could be room temperature.
I've always done cold.
I never even thought about the temperature because I would put my rice in the refrigerator once I was done with it. So it would be cold. But maybe the cold matters. But day old, so it's a little
Day
drier.
old, dries out, because you're gonna add a lot of liquids to this, and rice is really good at absorbing liquid.
That's why they use it in NASA for food.
Yeah. But when it's cold, it's very clumpy and kind of hard to break apart sometimes. And if you're me, you make a massive mess doing it.
Massive.
It's massive. So now, just gonna do a little bit of a mash them up, separate it out, and also stir to get it nice and coated.
It's got that nice sizzle.
I love that sizzle. It's a good sound. Like I said, this is not an exact science, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit more sesame oil because it's not coating my rice as much as I wish it would. There we go, that's better. Got some clumpy boys in here. If I really wanted to, I could grab something flatter and wider and flatten them. There we go, that's better. One more dirty dish. I like to do a nice folding motion.
Can't put anything else in there?
In a minute. Now, it's time for some soy sauce. Not an exact science, kind of to taste, but don't go too heavy because it's salty, as is soy sauce. And then back to our folding, and a nice loud sizzle that I have to yell over. I like to fold and just make sure all of my rice gets nice and coated by the soy sauce. I find that folding makes the least amount of mess in my case. So that's sort of even, but I don't really want to add more soy sauce because I don't want to make it too salty. I could end it here, I could add some spices, call it good, and move on with my life, but I want to make it my fried rice. So first thing I'm gonna do, scoop out some gochujang.
Let's go, Jang.
What is gochujang? It's a hot pepper paste.
You never even thought about it. You just
Gochujang?
accepted that I brought this wonder into your life. You didn't question it.
It's true.
You didn't look the gift horse of gochujang in the mouth.
I did not. It's delicious.
Now on camera, we're finding out that you don't even know what I've been feeding you all these years.
It's true though.
I hope you don't find out that it's something horrifying.
I'll throw it up on the screen right here. It'll be fine.
It's horses.
It's not horses.
No, it's fermented pepper paste, and it's absolutely delicious. Find it at any Korean grocery store or place that sells things that make people happy.
This kind of turns into a chop and fold at this point in the game.
This is where the real mess comes in.
We're gonna chop and we're gonna fold and we're gonna chop
This is a
and
technique
we're gonna
that
fold
Korean fried rice
And we're gonna
masters
chop,
passed down for generations.
and we're gonna fold.
Some have said that the technique is impossible to impart and must be learned through the act itself.
I don't think any of that's true. It's just what I like to do. The real reason I like to chop and fold is because the paste glumps together, and
It's very glumpy.
It's hard to get it to spread without just clumping into one solid piece. So I chop through and fold, and that may be completely useless, as you're about to tell me, right?
Heat is what's really going to help it spread. It's cold and sticky, but as it gets hot, it'll spread throughout your rice a little better.
So you're telling me my chop and fold is useless?
No, I think your chop and fold is useful.
Oh.
And that as it heats, it'll be even more useful. Look at that nice red color.
Yeah, that's the color we're looking for. Nice.
Amber is the color of your fried rice's energy.
That's true.
You're getting close here. That's looking pretty good.
Yeah. That's nice and spread.
Now,
and
what else can we add to this?
we're gonna add some black bean and garlic paste.
Holy
Another
moly.
paste. So we're gonna chop and we're gonna fold.
This is a paste-heavy food.
All of these ingredients are very high in salt. It's really easy to overdo it. So be slightly careful.
But don't underdo it.
We're
We're here for flavor. I'm seeing 2 globs.
Again,
I'm seeing a couple of tablespoons worth.
fried rice is what you make it. There's no science here.
Burning Man ones.
There's no recipe here. You just kind of have to experiment and find what you want to do with your fried rice. Chop and fold, chop and fold, chop and fold. And this one doesn't really impart a color. You just kind of have to know when you chopped and folded. That's what you do in life. Is you chop and you fold. And now, there's a big clump right here.
Chop and fold enough.
I didn't chop and fold enough. You are correct.
I thought I could trust you.
The constant chopping and folding and the stirring prevents it from contacting the heat of the pan too long, so you don't burn your rice.
You want to do this at 7,000 degrees?
You want to do this at a high temperature for sure.
How many?
I don't know. I'm doing medium high right now, whatever that means to this stove.
Huh.
And there it goes.
I go for the highest setting your stove goes to for fried rice, personally.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of the key to getting that smoky flavor. So that's spread a little bit. Still some glumps in there, but that'll be all right.
What else have you got?
I'm
my goodness,
gonna bare fist this.
You're gonna smell great
kimchi.
tonight.
I'm gonna go rinse my hands real quick.
You went to the trouble of chopping it all up.
I like to add my kimchi late in the game. Otherwise, I feel like it overcooks. I want it to still have some crispiness. I don't want it to be too mushy.
You like a good crunch.
I like a great crunch. That's why I like lettuce. Fresh lettuce with a good crunch.
That's a risk of salmonella. That's looking like it's almost done. Is there any secret ingredient?
Eggs.
What about that? There's another thing there.
Oh yeah, the tall thing. Yeah, what's in
I
that?
think you forget about that.
This.
What is that?
Very important ingredient.
Is that a unicorn?
It's a unicorn. Everybody loves it. No, this is black pepper.
That is a unicorn.
Oh.
The name of the product is a unicorn. It's a great pepper grinder for a very economical price.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. No exact science to flavor, just... That's probably about good. And stir.
I think Lopez Kenji all would disagree with you.
You think he wants more?
No, I just think he thinks there is a science to flavor.
Well, there is. There definitely is a science, but we're trying to show the people at home that you don't have to overthink your cooking to get a great flavor.
Well, I was told that nobody is allowed to cook unless they get a license.
Well, everybody can cook. Didn't you watch Ratatouille?
I did.
Did I just say Ratatouille?
No, I don't know what you say. Ratatouille.
All right, so there is one final ingredient.
Egg.
It's egg. And I do this last because I don't want my egg slathered in all the sauces. I want my egg to stand on its own within the mixture of the fried rice. I could add some other oil in here and cook it in there, or I could not use oil at all. It's a non-stick pan. But you know how I like to make my eggs?
No.
Butter. Just slap that butter right in there.
That good yellow boy.
It just imparts a little bit of butter flavor onto your eggs before you stir them into your fried rice. So notice that I've spread my fried rice over here. I know I wanted to keep them separated earlier, but now they're all good clumpy boys again.
Like a great fog wall of rice.
That's to keep the egg from, what's the word I'm looking for? That's to keep the egg from just kind of swooping into the rice, you know?
What?
They know what I said.
I know what you said, I don't know what you mean.
So I'm cracking these eggs in here, and it's important to wash your hands. So I'm gonna do that real quick.
Okay, bye.
Wash your hands after dealing with raw eggs, and then we stir and we stir and we stir, and we're trying to scramble our eggs real quick before they solidify. Doesn't have to be pretty because you know what? You're stirring it right into the rice.
I thought we were gonna put it in the museum.
No.
These eggs belong in a museum.
As soon as the eggs start to solidify a little bit, we go back to our chop and our fold to kind of separate our eggs. And then we fold it over. I just made more mess because I excel at that. And you can see here, there's a little bit of dark brown in there. That's not the end of the world.
It's good.
It's not what I prefer.
It's what I prefer.
It's not burnt. It's still gonna taste delicious. My hair is all up in my face.
If you don't like the good brown bits on the bottom of the fried rice, that's not my problem.
You can have them.
They're
all right. And there you go. That is fried rice. I'm gonna turn off my heat real quick so it doesn't burn.
That's my dinner.
That's our dinner.
I like rice.
It doesn't have to end here though. You could add chicken if you want. You could add any kind of meat you want, really. You could add tofu. Tofu's a good option. You can really add anything you want.
Jelly beans. Like,
It's all
stop you.
It's all based on what you want.
Jelly beans.
It's all based on how you want it to taste. Gotta do a little bit of cleanup here because I like to throw rice on the floor. We'll be right back. Grab this rice.
Grab this rice.
Grab this rice. Whoa! It's rice!
What?
Thank you for watching me make rice.
It's rice.
This is dinner. We're gonna go eat dinner now.
Thank you.
As always, like
and
comment, subscribe, bell.
Tell us what you like to put in your fried rice. Have a starchy day.
Rice.
I'll see food. I don't know how to cook. Show me how.
In all seriousness,
we're doing YouTube face, right?
Okay. All right.
Is this Flavor Town?
Yeah, this is Flavor Town. All right.